All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing today. We've got a new week, and today's video, we only posted 2 videos last week, I believe. And today we're going to go over the weekly and the daily charts. It's going to be a long one, so grab a beer, come back, and let's enjoy this video, all right? So let's just get this thing started. We're coming into the summer months too, so we're going to expect smaller movements, lower volatility. You might need to adjust your targets, stops, and all that because we're coming into a different market condition. But let's get this thing started. Less talk, more zones. All right, let's start this on Euro USD. Demand, I like this area. And as for supply, I don't see anything. This was supply right here, got taken out. Let's zoom in. This got taken out. Nope, this is tested. I don't like this. This is all tested. I don't like any of this. So we don't really have any supply on the weekly. But if we go to the daily, looks like we have this supply right up here, and we got daily demand down here. So some good areas for daily income trades if you want. But then any longer term trades, I like this level and this level down here. And as we're going through this, guys, you guys could you could pause this video, come back to it, draw out your zones, or each time I go through a chart, look at the zones and see if you're picking up the same zones as I am. All right, euro pound. I'm a little hesitant on this because it's so big, but I believe it's a monthly supply too, so that's why I have it drawn out. And we got this demand down here. We have some demand right here, but let's go to the daily and check it out. Oops. Yeah. So if we were playing this on the daily, I would like up here at the extreme. And as for supply, we do have some supply right here. Kind of remove this demand zone, momentum line break, it looks like. As for fresh demand, there is no fresh demand till at least, nope, that's tested. There's no demand till way down here. I'm not going to draw it out right now. Definitely an area where I wouldn't want to be looking for buying opportunities. I'd be more on the selling side, especially where it is right now. And I did take some trades this last week, and I'll have the analysis, and I'm in pound USD right now too, so maybe during the week I'll bring you an analysis on that. Okay, Euro Aussie weekly chart. Looks like we got this demand right here, and we got demand down there. As for supply, I'm not really worried about it. We don't have any supply till way above us. So let's go to the daily. Once again, this is not supply. This is just a liquidity search up here. Big wick. So as for demand, we have this demand rally-based rally and a drop-based rally down here. And we formed a little poor structure demand. Not bad. Price came back into it right away and it's respected it. So let's keep going. Euro yen. Let's go to the weekly chart. Yeah, see, I don't see any weekly demand till down here. Once again, a liquidity search right here. We are creating supply up here and some supply right here where we are right now. As for demand daily chart, this zone was tested. This is the only one that's battling it. I'm currently not trading this right now. I'm not a big fan of it. We're not really going to go too much farther. This was the zone I was looking at. There is some demand. I would probably pick the lower extreme. I think it looks pretty nice on the 4 hour. Yeah, it was this right here. That was the zone. Yeah, maybe some good selling opportunities maybe up here, but I'll check back on it later. Keep going. Eurocad, I don't like the weekly at all. It's just in a range wiki. If you wanted to play it, I'd probably be playing it on the daily chart. Looks like we do have some supply up in here. I would want a good level to be formed in order for me to actually take a short in there, because I'm not the biggest fan of this right now. It's too wicky, too volatile. I just don't like the structure of it. All right, what's this? Euro New Zealand. Let's go to the weekly chart. Euro New Zealand. I like this supply up here. People know I've been bullish it over the past 2 weeks. Got a nice little demand zone right here, supply up here. Let's go with here. As for daily demand, this is where I got one of my long positions in down here. I posted it up. I tried getting long here in the daily demand area. We broke that. We created some supply up here now. And as for daily supply, we had that. I know it's going to be kind of confusing with all these zones, but this upper one is the weekly, this lower one is the daily supply. So we touched it, came down. I was trying to buy back into this daily demand on the 4 hour. And I was trying to buy this zone right here. Switch it to black. That's what I was trying to buy. I got stopped out of it. It's all good. But that would be it for the daily. Let's just remove everything and keep going on. Euro Swiss. Ooh, we got a very nice supply up here, and it looks like we're forming some supply right now. Continuing that breakdown. Looks like we got some demand right here. Continuing that downtrend, we broke down. We had a convincing close. I'm looking for shorts. And once again, this is the daily chart on Euro Swiss. This whole daily supply, I like this whole area. As for demand on the daily, let's see. Yeah, same thing. Waiting for it to hit that weekly demand, daily demand. So I think we still got some room to go. Just kind of waiting for price to come back up. But if price goes back down into that demand, then I'll look for buys. Euro Swiss. Okay. Let's see. We got some demand down here. Decent. Yeah, it's okay. It's decent. Nothing great. As for supply, we're currently working in that supply right now. It's been tested once, came in, tested twice. If you want fresh, I would not look up here. You can see how this wick came up and tested this supply. As for fresh, you're not going to have it till up here. So if we go to the daily chart, let's see. Daily chart, you got some supply up here. Let's see if there's, yeah, that's what it was. I was watching this zone on the daily. So that was a daily zone I was watching for any smaller time frame trades. Price came up into it, respect it. There was a long I was trying to find down here, but I don't think I got filled. Maybe I did. Let's see on the 1 hour. No, don't think so. I was watching it though. Could have some nice selling opportunity maybe up here at the extreme. Let's keep going though. Pound yen. Not spend too much time on these. If anything interests me, we'll point it out. Clearly in this downtrend, I would put it at. It looks like we got some supply here, some supply up there. And as for daily supply, I like this area up in here. Daily level here, supply, weekly level up there. And it looks like we have a lot of profit margin to be going, because this is once again a liquidity surge. Prices never would have gone down this far if there was a big stack of buy orders. So let's continue. Pound USD weekly chart. Yeah, Pound USD weekly chart. I don't see any demand in there. Not till at least down here. We're in that downtrend, it looks like. We have this daily supply. I'm actually short this right now. I got filled right at the close. I took this zone right here. So maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. If you went aggressively, you would have gone like that, and you would have gotten filled here. So we had this zone marked out, or I had this zone marked out. If you would take the whole candle like that, you would have gotten filled here. Prices would have came down. Maybe you would have taken your profit by then. Maybe adjusted your stops. I, for myself, waited for price to come up here like that. And even with this, we had lots of opportunities to get short in here too. On the 1 hour, this was the zone I was watching. I did not get filled, I don't believe. Well, I didn't get filled. I pulled my order. What else? Would have worked out though, because I was watching on like the 15-minute chart, and this how price rallied back into it. I was watching this zone right here. Just how price rallied back into it, just kind of slowly grinded. If there really was an imbalance of demand, prices never would have stayed here for that long. That's what I based my analysis on. I think I was, what was I doing? I think I was out that day. I think I was with my very good friend, Etienne Credit, the guy that runs Desire to Trade. He was in Da Nang, Vietnam, so I went out, met him a couple times while I was here, and I think I was out with him when that happened. All right, we're back. Wi-Fi went down for about 5 minutes. It's a little frustrating. I have to edit that out now. Back, let's go. Pound CAD. That's one of the worst things about traveling is your Wi-Fi sucks sometimes. But I'm in this hotel. It's a very nice place and the Wi-Fi is very good, but today it's been horrible. Those are the two weekly zones I would be watching. As for daily, this is tested. And I know we have no daily demand till way lower. So everything's just tested. So this is the one that is tested already. Price might come on for a second test. This is tested. Next fresh demand wouldn't, or supply wouldn't be till up here, to be honest. That's really the next area. Pound New Zealand. So this is what I was looking at. That demand. We have supply up here, and we have some supply in here, this drop base drop. Let's see on the daily chart. Yeah. So daily, this was the supply I was watching, and now demand is like that. So it's in this range right now. It's a little tight. Looks like you've created new supply up here. So it's really claustrophobic about zones right next to each other, and nothing too great. So I would rather just skip it. If I'm having a hard time reading it, I just skip it. All right, Pound Aussie. Well, looks like we got a drop base rally right here. That's the weekly chart. And as for the daily chart, that's tested, tested. We don't have fresh till all the way up here. As for demand, this was the current demand in play, and then we don't have fresh demand till lower down here. So a lot of zones are currently in play right now. Just coming from the last week, since Wednesday, a lot of them came into good zones, but now they're in play, or they're actively in play. It's not like, when I say that, it's like we have price already inside zones right now. So Pound Swiss, you got some demand down here. I don't really like the long wick, and you've created this drop base drop. Let's check it out on the daily. Yeah, so that broke that demand. And supply, I like this supply. It's a nice little supply area you can look for sells at. Aussie USD. Aha. So this was a pair that I'm always watching now. Even in that daily downtrend, we had that supply down, came up, down again. Now we've created new supply. We could draw it out like this if we wanted. Oops. If we wanted to, we could draw it up like that. Or you could keep it originally how it was before. But even on the daily too, we're in that downtrend right now, right? So we have this supply, rally base drop. It's like a level on top of level. Rally base drop, base drop. Then we have another supply right here, right now. And I was looking for shorts. That could be a short right now. Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea to get short right there. That could be a short for some people. Sure, some people are in it right now. Trying to catch that big move down. They'll be buying the US dollar. I'm also buying the US dollar and the pound USD. So it's a fine trade. I think I'm going to go into more analysis with you guys. These ones are good. Once a week or something. Maybe once a week. throw out some weekly or daily zones, but then after that it's we can go into more in-depth or tips or just talk about it, whatever you guys want. I'll figure it out. So let's go Aussie Swiss. We got that drop base drop. It's a really nice supply zone. Demand's not till lower. No demand. Looks like we got some supply right here. Let's see if there is anything. Yeah, maybe picking up the extreme here, maybe. Where are we? Aussie? Okay, keep going. Aussie New Zealand. Eesh. Looks like we have demand down here. In this, oh, then we remove demand, created supply. Or it looks like we're in that downtrend. If you wanted to aggressively draw your supply like that, because if we were like that, price was like that. Look at this far candle. We'd have a drop, base drop, and then price came back into it right away. So it didn't tell us that it accepted it by closing away from it. So it would be aggressive. Let's check it on the daily chart. Yeah, I don't see anything on the daily. I don't really like this demand. I don't like that supply. It's tested. I'm not interested in trading it at all this week. Aussie yen. Let's keep going. Yeah, you'll get some selling up here. And it looks like we got a drop base drop right there too. Let's keep going. Aussie CAD. Ooh, did we break it? No. So we're coming back. It's probably monthly demand too. Got some monthly demand. It's been tested once, twice. It's like its third time being tested it. Coming in deeper. Oh, I like this one. I liked it. That's why. Remember, I liked it on the daily time frame because if you look at this big ass move, look how far this is it. It's a nice demand zone on the daily chart for daily income. It would be counter trend, but it's a beautiful zone. I like it. Drop base rally. Look how far this thing moved. Moved all the way up here. It started the whole move, and it removed all this supply. And then if we look on the daily, our next supply zone wouldn't be till here, so it's a good area for income shorts or income longs. Be scalping. Looks like we got price going. Yeah, nothing too great right now. I would manage risk though. I wouldn't be putting on a big lot size. Alright, let's keep going. New Zealand USD. Looks like we got supply there and then level on top of level up there. So we're in a selling area. Let's just keep going. Those USD pairs, look, we can go into that USD. We'll pop into it too right now after this. New Zealand Swiss, because a lot of the new US dollar pairs are active right now. Those are the weekly zones I'm looking at. As for daily, I like that. I'll scroll in so you guys can see. We're in that weekly demand. We have that nice demand zone. Price is coming back into it. And then my next area for supply wouldn't be till up here. I know it's very confusing with all these lines. That's why I don't like drawing them out altogether. So usually if I do weekly zones, I use my rectangle tool, and then I use like the lines for my daily. But if I do my weekly and my daily, this is going to be literally a 2-hour video. But it would make it more clear. Let's go. Oh, I was going to show you the US dollar. So if we look at the US dollar, you can see we're coming back into that daily demand. Daily demand down here. So a lot of setups are happening on the US dollar. We talked about how this price, this was the level I was watching for shorts. We were coming into that Fed, that FOMC release. We were coming up into supply. I was bearish it, and we matched it up with that Canadian one because we were looking at the Canadian. The Canadian was in US dollar. We were in demand, I believe. Yeah, so price was coming into here. And then the US dollar was in supply. This is correlation talk now. And we talked about how this is the zone. Go back, and if you guys didn't watch it, go back and watch that USDCad analysis. We said your first target would be around here, and your second wouldn't be till we would have hit it. It would have been down, not till down here. I didn't get filled though. I was watching the 1 hour. I never got the pullback. So it's a bummer, but a lot of people actually messaged me saying they caught the USDCad, they managed the risk. So great job with you guys. Let's check out gold. We won't do the rest. We'll just randomly skip from pair to pair. Gold's been on a tear lately. We have some supply. It is tested. We don't have fresh supply till up here. And this one is tested. Let's see the data. I can't buy this. I can't buy this until price is way down here. So that's why I'm not really looking at gold until it makes a big move down. But even on the daily chart, where's the next fresh supply? No, tested, tested, tested. We really don't have supply till up there that's fresh. So I'm not really interested in trading gold. It's just off my charts. Silver. I liked silver. This is the daily chart of silver. I like this supply where it's at right now, and then demand would be not till down there. So especially, it's a good area for income shorts right now. Let's check out U.S. oil. I like this area. Supply up here. We don't have demand till down here. I would wait. We're too high right now. I would like to be a buyer down there and maybe possibly a seller up here and even up here too, right? Those are all, it's very easy to see these zones. They're very big, clear zones. These are the zones that you guys should be looking for. You guys have to look at it. You know, I look at a chart and I'm like, it's not confirmed. Like, for anyone new, you should stay away from those. It takes time to get your eye adjusted to them and you understand what's actually going on. Let's check out the Dow Jones. You created new highs. Scary, so looking for demand down here and demand here. Same with every one of these things. They all broke them. Demand, demand. Let's check out the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is sitting in supply right now. So let's see on the 4 hour. Nothing. We'll check out Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we're living on Bitcoin. We're living on Bitcoin. Everybody's living on Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Ooh, this is a beautiful daily zone. Ooh, that is nice. So I would extend it to be like that, so we can include this wick. Has it hit it yet? No. Ooh. So if price ever came up into this daily supply of Bitcoin, I'd be looking for a corrective short. And demand, you don't have it till down here. So let's check out the currency index really quick. So we already talked about the US dollar, so we'll keep going on. The euro is coming up into supply. This is the daily chart. And demand wouldn't be till down here. We'll check out the weekly chart too. We really don't have any weekly supply till up here. So anything would be daily income trades, looking for a counter trend. Sell up here. Pound. This is the one negative about my trade right now, is we did break it, this supply, so we have daily demand down here. Tested supply. We don't have supply till fresh supply till way up here. Let's check out the Aussie. We broke this supply, coming up into this supply now, and we got some demand down here. Drop base rally and a rally base drop. Yeah, that's how I'd play it. It's in a range right now, and if you actually go to the weekly chart, this is weekly supply actually too. So I think it's a good area for shorts up in here. New Zealand, let's quickly wrap this video up. New Zealand, same thing, it's going to be the same thing as the Aussie. We got a level on top of level. This one looks like it's been broken. And then we have two demand zones down here. So it's in that range right now. If you want, you can go to the 4 hour and try to refine it. Looks like we removed this demand supply now. Let's check out the yen. Yen, looks like we're sitting in supply up here. It's a very big zone, and then we're also creating rally-based rallies into it, so the profit margin's being cut. Let's keep going. Canadian. Yeah, so with Canadian currently at its location, I like this as a weak CAD. Sitting in supply right now. We got some new demand down here. It's a reaction from this rally-based rally that we talked about earlier and last week. And let's go to the last one, Swiss. Swiss been on absolutely, been going bananas lately. Got some supply. Let's check it out on the weekly. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that wick. Just prices never would have gone up that high. So there's fresh weekly. Yeah, and see if this was the daily chart, that's what you would want. We got a rally-based drop and a drop-based drop right there. But if you were to play the 4 hour, let's see if there's anything on the 4 hour. Ooh, yeah. See, I'm kind of curious to see if this will work. We mark this zone like that. Started this whole move down at this level. It's our first time coming back into it. And then as for 4 hour demand, I would look here. But that's how I'd play it. But yeah, we'll wrap it up. Thanks guys for watching. If you guys haven't hit the subscribe button, you guys know what to do. Alright, love you guys. Feel free to hit the comments and ask anything. Message me, guys. I'll answer it. I get back to you guys one-on-one. It's my personal message written by me. Alright guys, cheers.